we had to get two terrible Popeye horror movies in 1 year? Are you fucking kidding me? I guess life just hates me now. So, yeah, I know this isn't a day one release, but unfortunately, things didn't end up working as planned, so I didn't get to see it until today. And now that I've seen it, I wish that I didn't. This is worse than Popeye's Revenge. Let me repeat that. This is worse than Popeye's Revenge. I didn't think we would get anything worse, but yep, it's worse. Now, do I hate it more than Snowshite and the Seven Controversies? No. I don't hate it to that level. But I do still hate this movie. It is dull, it is tedious, it is uninspired, it is bland, and it is so fucking boring. It's so boring. So, let's make this review quick so that we can go back to pretending that this thing doesn't even exist. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Amy's Station, your sister for anything and everything animation, including TV and movies. I'm your host, Jackson Small. Welcome to an absolute pile of abysmal dumpster fire crap known as Shiver Me Timbers, the third public domain Popeye horror movie, and the second bad one in a row. Wonderful. It's looking like Popeye the Slayer Man's going to be the only one that's actually worth watching. Now, I actually had some hope for this movie. You know why? Because it has a 7 out of 10 on IMDb. Literally, that's all I knew about it, that it had a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, and that it was coming out yesterday. That was literally all I knew about it. I didn't watch a trailer, I didn't see any images, nothing. I went in as blind could possibly blind. And it was one of the most boring, tedious, torturous, and just all-around awful first-time experiences I've ever had with any horror movie in my life. Like, this is why horror movies are never taken seriously by most people. This is why the Academy rarely ever gives them nominations for anything. Because they all think that they are exactly like this. Cookie cutter, bland, and uninspired. So, yeah, not only is this the worst of the Popeye public domain horror movies, not only is it more than likely going to be my worst horror movie of the entire year, because I refuse to see Woman in the Yard, I refuse, but it could also possibly be a movie that literally disgraces the entire genre itself. Now, I'm not going to do 14 plus for this review. I am going to censor if I end up accidentally throwing some F-bombs, but God, I hate this movie. I hated it so much. I hated watching it. And even when they tried to show me some kills and some blood, it was CGI. The whole freaking time, it was CGI. Let's just get into it. Here we go. Yup, somehow in less than half a year we've gotten 3 Popeye-themed horror movies, and this is the absolute worst of the entire bunch. I freaking hated this movie. Yes, even more than Popeye's Revenge, believe it or not. The acting is trash from everyone involved. The characters, garbage. Olive Oil, Popeye, the crappy human slasher fodder, they all suck. Every single one of them. The effects are dog crap, with some of the worst CGI I've ever seen. Like, almost all this movie's kills and blood, it's CGI. And it's that super low res, painfully obvious, cringe inducing CGI blood. You know, the one that made Freddy vs. Jason hard to look at times. It's that bad. It's that bad and it's that fake. The pacing is torture. This is slower than a sloth taking a shite off the side of the road. Most of the kills are horrible. The CGI ruins any kind of creativity that might have been there. Like, sure, you have one cool idea for a kill where Popeye punches a guy so hard his whole back of his skull explodes, and then he rips the dude's femur bone out of his leg and turns it into his pipe, which is where the pipe that he's using in the art for these posters comes from. But it's ruined by terrible CGI. Like, I cannot overstate it enough. All this movie's kills, in one way or another, are CGI. You very, very rarely ever get any practical effects. It all looks so fake, so half-assed, and so just devoid of effort that it becomes unbelievably infuriating. The writing is beyond cringe, especially when it's stealing lines from better movies like Aliens and Evil Dead 2. Yes, this movie does that, and yes, it's as cringe as you think it is. The final act is atrocious. Everything about the finale is garbage. It has one great kill, and that's it. One guy that gets disintegrated in a toxic waste bucket, or barrel, whatever, in a toxic waste barrel. But then he actually holds on for a little while, despite his body being horribly mangled and disintegrated. It was the one kill in this movie that actually had legitimately impressive effects. No, not when he goes into the actual barrel. That's awful. But I mean, like, when you actually see the body. That is practical effects. Some of the only ones you are going to see in this entire crap show. The directing is pathetic. It's amateur to the point of being an insult to amateur. Like, it is bad. The directing in this movie, it's bad. There's zero respect for the source material whatsoever. It steals names and nothing else. And zero rewatchability. I will never, ever force myself to sit through this absolute crap pile ever again. One or two decent kills does not save this utter disgrace to the horror genre and everything it stands for. I don't say it often, but allow me this one uncensored curse word. Fuck this movie. Stay far away. It is an utter disgrace to the horror genre and everything it stands for. And how this unwatchable dumpster fire has a 7 out of 10 on IMDb is baffling. It's awful. Not even in a so bad it's good kind of way. It's as in so bad that it just makes you question what you're doing with your life while you're sitting through it. Seriously, do not watch it. Stay far away. It is not worth wasting your life over. Final verdict for this trash is a 1 out of 10. Do not watch it. Stay far away and let this piece of garbage join Popeye's revenge in drowning in the sea where it belongs. And that's it. And hopefully that is the last Popeye horror movie we're getting this year. Because after 2 terrible ones, I'm done. Like, we had one great one with Popeye the Slayer Man, then these other 2 were just throwaway, lifeless, zero-effort garbage. I hope we don't get a fourth until at least next year. I really hope. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. Go watch Popeye the Slayer Man. Screw this movie in its ass. I will see you in the next review. Peace.
Listen, I will soon forget. So listen and you won't regret. Be true to yourself, don't miss your chance, and you won't end up like the fool who ran.